came here from Mansfield in 2004. How did that transfer come about?
Quite an easy one really. Had a couple of clubs after me at the time. We were just playing in the playoffs final against Huddersfield for Mansfield. Had a phone call off Paul Hart to come and see him at his house. That was before the final. Went for one meeting with him. He called it an interview. And basically signed the day after. His son was my agent at the time, so it obviously convinced me to come here, but I knew all about the club, tradition of the club, and the facilities were outstanding compared to other clubs that were interested in me at the time. So yeah, it was done in one day really. It was a bit unusual knowing I was signing for this club, going into a playoff final for Mansfield, but you know, I cleared my mind going into that game. Did really well in that game. Unfortunately we lost on penalties, but again, my future is decided before I got into that game.
Oh, that's good. So you were here for 10 years as a player and you scored 9 goals.
I didn't even know that.
Can you remember the best one?
Probably Newcastle was being my favourite, just because of the occasion of the game. It was near enough a sellout. It was a great atmosphere. I think it was obviously 2-1 with 5 minutes left, able to sneak in. I think when you look back at the goal, you can't even see me going through all them big players and get a goal. It was a great atmosphere, and we went straight onto our Christmas do after. So it was just a good day. My most memorable goal was probably my first, though. Probably my best as well was a volley. So yeah, I can't remember scoring 9 goals, but I'm glad you've told me that.
Well, you did, I'm sure. And you played mostly at right back.
Yeah.
You played a few games in midfield, and one memorable game at Rochdale when you went into goal after Ben Hannick had been sent off. What do you remember about that?
It was a strange day because the day before Keith had told me I could leave. He told an agent of mine to find me a club. I didn't have an agent at the time, but the agent was a close friend of mine, so he rang me. So I was going into that game obviously not happy. On the bench, I was supposed to be best man at my best friend's wedding, which I had to miss and didn't get there till late. So going into that with mixed emotions. Seeing John Stones make his debut was great for me. I'd mentored him here as a player and seeing him score. So it was a mixed emotion day. And I came on just for John. I think John got cramped just to close out the game, and obviously Ben got sent off. Everyone's looking at each other. I thought, well, I've played in goal before, and I was a wicket keeper, so I'm going to go in. It wasn't planned, just took the responsibility, and it was a memorable 45 minutes in terms of going into extra time, making them saves, and just for the occasion of Keyfield telling me the day before, not telling me, someone else, that he didn't want me at the club, and I'd gone back to his club, and basically did really well to winning the game. I went back in changing room, they didn't say a thing to me. Keith didn't say well done or anything, so yeah, it was good, and things turned around for me in terms of playing under Keith that year. So yeah, good memories, mixed emotions, but entertaining. Yeah, very entertaining.
Yeah, more emotions next Saturday because Keith's back here, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I've never ever fallen out with Keith. I know people think I have, and Dave Flipcroft. I still speak to Flipcroft now, and we get on really well. But these things happen when you're player managers. Don't make it for certain reasons or think they can get better elsewhere. You just have to be professional, which I always have been with Keith.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah. You have for Barnsley as a whole. But Alan wants to ask you a few questions.
You must have great memories of 2008 for our cup run.
Yeah.
What are your memories of that one? And beating Liverpool at Anfield?
Yeah, it's strange because I was in Liverpool this weekend. It's the first time I'd actually been back since we'd beat them. And then the first thing he says, like, I ain't been here since we beat them in the FA Cup. And I went to see some friends that are big Liverpool fans. That's the first time they'd seen Barnsley as well, because they had a link with Kev Beckett. They were close friends with him, and obviously we beat him that day. Great memories. Going into that game, obviously you think you're going to get beat. You're just going there for the occasion. And Luke Steele made his debut. And it's probably the best goalkeeping performance I've ever seen. You think, where's this keeper come from? He went on and had a really good career here. And then you go on to the Chelsea game. Again, we didn't really expect to get through that tie. probably went in there really free, playing with a lot of freedom, deserved to win that game. I wouldn't necessarily say we deserved to beat Liverpool because they absolutely battered us really. But the Chelsea game, we were quite comfortable all through it. And the disappointing thing, looking back now, is not winning the semi-final with a game really we should have won. Obviously, if we take that chance with Coyote, we'd probably go on and win the game. That was a turning point. I think when he'd missed that, you could see all the enthusiasm and the belief that the players had just zapped because we'd done really well in the semi-final to take away that first 10 minutes when the goal went in. But great memories. Never have any regrets in life in football, but great memories, yeah.
And all that were after Campbell Rice had scored the winner at Southend on that Friday evening to get us against Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't recall that Blackpool game. I think we played Blackpool here and the South, and I can't remember much about the games, which obviously when you beat Liverpool and Chelsea, they take a back burner in your memory.
What were the feelings of the players on the pitch? Because I was there with Dad at the time. When Brian Howe were chopped down in penalty area and referee didn't decide to give a penalty. Brian's chasing back to referee, ball breaks loose, Brian picks it up and bosh straight into bottom of net, and wow, Barnsley went wild.
Yeah. Well, when he went down I didn't think it was a penalty, and the ball was clear to myself, but then put it back into the forward area, and he picked up the bits, Brian, and got his shot off, and it was unbelievable for you. You don't expect to go there and win, and to win in the circumstances we did. What was it, last minute? You know, you're basically there. Then we kept looking up. Me and Fozzie said, "Well, we'll get him back. Just get him back to Barnsley and have another go." So when he scored, it was brilliant. Did do all that game, Brian, and it's took all the plaudits for the last minute shot. I always wind him up.
Become a hero, didn't he?
Yeah, well, rightly so, because you get remembered for them. But yeah, he didn't touch the ball in the game, really.
What was it like? Had you been to Wembley before then for the Cardiff game, for the semi-final?
No, we played at Cardiff, so I previously had 2 playoff finals, but they'd been at the Millennium Stadium and not at Wembley, so it was great to go there and experience it. I think it was nearly 90,000 there. Couldn't really hear a thing on the pitch. Couldn't really hear your teammates or the instructions from the manager because of the atmosphere. Great day. Still remember little bits of it. Obviously, would have been great to win that game and get to the final. The only benefit from that, I suppose, we'd all said we'd have had a tattoo, and I hate tattoos, so we would all have got one if we'd have got to the final, which was Rob Kozluk's idea. So the only benefit of losing is I didn't have to have a tattoo.
Just a quick one. I can remember. Was it at Millennium Stadium when everybody decided to go blonde? Whose decision was that one?
No, that was my decision. Yeah. I lost a bet for going blonde myself because I was blonde there, obviously. And we won the game and ended up. I think we won 3 or 4 games after I went blonde, so I just kept it for 3 or 4 years. So yeah, there was no planning really behind it. It's just one of them things that, as young footballers, you do silly things and it sticks.
Over to you, Matt.
So what are your memories at Millennium Stadium when we got promoted Championship?
Great memories. Nothing of the night. So I used to drink back then and I can't remember a thing of the night. It was actually, I think, my first time I'd ever come out and got out and socialised in Barnsley was after that game. So yeah, it was an entertaining night. But during the game, I could just remember going into extra time, everyone going down with cramp. I had to go from right back to centre mid, and really, again, we were quite fortunate. They missed so many sitters into that. Once we got through the 30 minutes extra time, I knew we were going to win on penalties. I just knew we would. And the lads that took them were cool and calm. Obviously, with them missing early on, you always know. And then I had to have a drug test after. So I missed all the celebrations with the lads for nearly 2 hours, because once you go into extra time you've got cramp, it's very hard to then obviously go to the toilet, so it took 2 hours of fluids to be able to do it. I was sat next to Gary Monk, we didn't speak to each other for 2 hours. So yeah, very good memories. I remember going and seeing Darren Goff after, and Dickie Bird, who was in the players' lounge after, obviously the night out, and then it was a blur for a week because we had the celebrations for 1 week. Yeah, brilliant memories.
And do you keep in touch with any of them players from that
All
team?
of them, yeah. probably more now that I've stopped playing, because we're all in different lines of work. Some are agents, some are academy managers. I think I was in the tread the other night, and there's the photo of us all on with the medals, and I was going through the players, and some are managers, academy managers, agents, all in decent jobs. And I was explaining to one of the lads there that usually when you get a team that gets promoted and does well, you do get like 6 or 7 of them that go on and do well after football, because you need that certain mentality to get promoted. And them kind of guys usually go on and be managers, as I say, academy managers or something like that. Obviously Eki is here, Martin Devaney's here now, myself academy manager, Brian Howard I speak to regularly, who's an agent, Paul Reed, who's academy manager at Sunderland, so yeah, speak to them all.
Brilliant. And you had a spell in India after
Yeah.
you left Barnsley. Can you tell us a little about
I got offered that 6 months before and turned it down, but one of my closest friends became the manager, just asked me to go out and be his assistant manager. And I was about to sign for Bradford, and that fell through last minute. So I thought, you know, for the experience, I'd go out there. It was ended up playing every game. It was an eye-opener, just the country itself. But I really enjoyed it. It took me back to being a scholar, when you used to have to take out your own equipment and do everything. We did everything out there. So from being 10 years in the Championship to then going to that environment, took me back to my roots. So I really enjoyed it.
Brilliant. And now you're back at Oakwell as academy manager.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's tough. Hours are long. You know, the best thing about being academy manager or academy coach is when you see lads obviously make their debuts. It's like your son, etc. Going in and you feel really proud. But on the flip side of it, you have to release so many players, shatter so many dreams. When I first started doing it the first year, it was really uncomfortable. I didn't sleep at times because you've got kids and parents crying. It's a tough thing, but you do the things that you feel are correct, and usually you hit 95% right. You do get that 5% that go on and prove you wrong, which you want. But yeah, really enjoy it. It was a great responsibility as an ex-player, not only to coach and educate players in their development, but just be mentors as well, and show an example of not only the football side, but give them human skills as well.
Brilliant, thank you.
Just to finish, Bob.
Yes.
You, along with a few other of your colleagues, such as Bruce Dyer, Ronnie Glavin, Derek Parker, have finished careers here and settled here. What is it about the town that makes you want to settle here?
I've always loved, the first moment I came here, I loved the town. I've just been in Mansfield for a number of years. It's very similar in terms of everyone's just so honest, there's no pretense, you can get on with people. I think there's a trust element there. I think once people accept you here as well, they're very loyal, and the character traits I like is loyalty and trust. And I always find people from Barnsley are very loyal and you can trust them. And obviously my family is settled here with my kids, so it's just, yeah, I don't know, me and Bruce talk about this all the time, and we say the same thing. Obviously Bruce is a pastor now here, we've got a church here, so we've got that element as well. So yeah, it's just always felt home. As soon as I came here and moved up here from Mansfield, it just felt like home, and I'll make that continue.
Yeah, that's good. That for me, because I'm not a local, but I'm from Nottingham. But I've settled in.
Derby, no.
No, I know you're from Derby. You played for Mansfield.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not local, but I've been here 50 years now.
Yeah.
And it feels like home to me,
Yeah, it is.
and it always will be.
Yeah.
And this place, looking out there, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Really is. As I said, the loyalty they give you.
Yeah.
They can give you a hard time, Barnsley fans, if you don't put the effort in, because you know
So they should.
People go and work and do honest jobs, and the first thing they expect when they come out is work rate and output. And I think that's probably why they took to myself and other players that are similar to me, because they knew what they were going to get when they come out. You have to represent the town and the people of the town, and they are loyal. And as I say, they won't get on your back if that commitment's not there.